Yo, welcome back. N.y.a show back in full effect, back in full swing, baby. We go straight and get our links and everything set up. Literally, it's no pressure. Episode 154 with peace_peace is available right here. First link, as well as How a Mother is Balancing Life in the Pursuit of Dreams, an interview with actress Breyonna M. Thomas by Ajay Tambe on Spotify. That is there for you as well. Hope that everybody has been enjoying the week so far. I had a pretty chill weekend. I promise you I got sleep. I promise you I got me some sleep. And on Friday, I did a birthday party. I worked the birthday party, pulled the camera out, did my thing, worked a couple hours at a birthday party, and that was a great time. That was a great, great time. Also, being with the news that broke today, rest in peace to Dexter King, the youngest son of Dr. Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King. He passed of colon cancer. So just another example of us men, everyone in this world, when it comes to a certain age, get yourself checked out, the pre-scans, everything that you need to do, not waste time, because it's so many men that have been taken, and women that have been taken by prostate. These kind of cancers. So please take care of yourself. Rest in peace to Dexter King, and of course, send our condolences to his family. Of course, Bernice King has been on Twitter sharing moments, pictures, and her own time that she spent with her brother. Rest in peace to him. Here we are as we move on into the story right here of Polygamist cult leader's daughter breaks free, says false prophet abused her. The world could see the shame. Rachel Blackmore, daughter of warrenjeffs. He's the subject of this conversation. warrenjeffs is speaking out in a new series, Secrets of Polygamy. I heard some other people mentioning this Secrets of Polygamy. It was a series that came out, and that's what brought my attention to this in the first place. Let's go through or scan through different parts of this story, and I got a video from I think a couple of years ago that'll also explain what's going on too. It was New Year's Eve, 2014, when the daughter of polygamist cult leader warrenjeffs finally broke free. The mother of 7 is coming forward in the new N.y.a docuseries, Series of Polygamy, Secrets of Polygamy, which explores extreme polygamist groups across the country. It features new sit-downs with one of Jeff's former wives and former members and investigators. This is her, all right, that's her child there. Jeff, 68, was sentenced in 2011 to life in prison. Not a little bit, life in prison after his conviction on 2 counts of child sexual abuse in 2017. Blackmore wrote, in 2017, Blackmore wrote a memoir, Breaking Free. It's been very important to give a voice to the young girls who have been sexually abused, Blackmore shared. Polygamy is a legacy of early teachings of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The mainstream church abandoned the practice in 1890 and now strictly prohibits it. This is the headquarters out in Colorado City at Reese. That's where that's where the headquarters was. Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints broke away from the Mormon Church and was formed so that members could continue to practice plural marriage. It was headquartered on the Utah-Arizona border. Jeff's father, Rulo T. Jeffs, took power in 1986 and ruled until he died in 2002 at age of 92. He left behind an estimated 75 widows and 65 children. I did not make a mistake in what I just said. Following the father's death, Warren took over the group. The church believed that the prophet can speak directly to God and direct which male members can enter heaven. The prophet can also perform marriages and assign wives to their husbands, false prophets. In the pleasing the prophet, loyal members are rewarded with more wives who belong to their spouses for eternity. NPR reported. Members believe that each man must have at least 3 wives. Woo, woo! That means at least every man getting 3 migraines. I think as a child, you don't realize when something bad all the time. Blackmore recall. I think a lot for us, that's how it was. I felt protected. Here's the father's prophet of God from 1909 to 2002. His gravesite looked like it's almost out there at the property. He fathered more than 60 children. Now, talk about his son, little Junior. Jeff has an estimated 78 wives and 53 biological children, semen everywhere. In the series, Blackmore claims Jeff sexually molested. I gotta watch that word. That rhymes with the word that rhymes with molested her when she was 8 years old. She noted that women and girls couldn't express anger or jealousy without enduring punishment. Instead, they had to be sweet. Some pictures right there. Several young girls playing football out there in one of the many schools in Colorado City, Arizona, owned and run by the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is from 2004. I have always been taught that boys don't touch girls and that our bodies must be covered. This is what Blackmore, the daughter, was saying. So when Warren started sexually abusing me, I was just shocked. I felt so guilty. I put my shame on myself. I just felt the whole world could see the shame. Blackmore says she was abused until she was 16. Ooh, all right, here's a picture of him. Claimed that her father started doing this to her when she was 8 years old. At 18, she was forced into an arranged marriage. Her husband already had 2 wives, and they met the day before the wedding. That's crazy. Warren performed the marriages. He decided who married who. Blackmore said, he chose my husband for me, and he kept control of our marriage. He had to say of what my husband and I did at all times. So the husband wasn't even in charge. For years, she wondered what her life would be like outside of that. And eventually she did get free. Little by little, Blackmore was disobedient as she began taking her children out on longer walks and leaving the property. Every time she got in trouble for spreading her wings, she was also getting a taste of freedom, but time was ticking. Blackmore learned that as punishment, she was going to be placed in a bishop's house, a property where towering walls and coded gates. Blackmore knew it was in it that she would end up there and that she would never be able to leave with her children. She was scared, but she said, I was sneaky. I got my kids out during the night. I had already got up out of there. I remember experiencing Christmas and Easter for the first time because she wasn't allowed to celebrate any holidays. I wanted to exchange gifts. I wanted to go to school, meet all kinds of people. I wanted to experience what it was like the day. I never got to experience any of these things. So all these things were first. Here's a good FBI fugitive poster of this man. Dang, he looks like super familiar even before. I don't know anything about this story, guys. No history of it, but that face just seems familiar as if we've already seen something like this before. In 2006, Jeff, who was on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, was arrested during a routine traffic stop near Las Vegas. He was booked on 2 out-of-state warrants issued in Utah and Arizona on charges of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor and a word that rhymes with great as an accomplice. According to prosecutors, he engaged in these acts with girls that were 12 and 14. Sick. Key evidence is the audio of him instructing his spiritual bride as well as several other girls on how to please him sexually. Freak, nasty man. In 2007, he tried to hang himself in jail. No, not so quick, buddy. He was force-fed at an Arizona jail in 2009. Then in 2011, he was sentenced to life. That same year, he was put into a medically induced coma after fasting behind bars. Some of the followers still consider Jeff to be the prophet and that he was wrongfully convicted. But over the years, the group has lost hundreds of members who either left or were cast out because, of course, with these things, whenever you are, whenever the people are so wrapped up like how people were to go for this man's game, you can see it as this spiritual warfare. They're coming against what we stand for. He's done nothing wrong. Daughter wrong. They'll catch the damn daughter wrong. To hell with her. That's exactly how it be. Blackmore, the daughter, has remarried. Hopefully, she get a chance to live a normal life. We need to work more than ever to protect our children, she said. To give children an opportunity to have a good life is important to me. And as long as there are people who will do as Warren says, he will always be a threat. But there is strength and healing after trauma. There is hope that you can have a better life. So let's hope that that's what happens for his daughter. And, he could, rest in peace, when that day comes for him. But, just terrible, terrible situation for everybody involved. And I want to put this, where is it? I want to put this story. This story is not from this year, but it was around the time of what was going on with him being in jail. And I think that this was a good summary, too, of what I was talking about throughout the show this evening. Let me go ahead and get that up. Share that sound and see if it'll play for me.
Hello and welcome to IB Times TV. Today's Monday, August 29th. I'm Marisa Christian. Polygamist leader Warren Jeffs, who is currently serving a 130-year sentence for underage sexual assault, is in critical condition today after being rushed to a hospital for dehydration. Jeffs was reportedly fasting, refusing to eat and drink properly when serving time in a Texas prison. According to some reports, Jeffs is in a medically induced coma, but a spokesperson for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice has declined to comment on such issues, but did say Jeffs is in critical but stable condition. Jeffs was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole after he was found guilty of sexually assaulting 2 underage followers that he took as brides in what his church called spiritual marriages. 55-year-old Jeffs, the head of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, was convicted earlier this month, ending a case that sprang wide open when his compound was raided and more than 450 children were taken by police in 2008. When police entered the compound, they found women dressed in frontier-style clothing and young girls who were clearly pregnant. In court, the prosecutors had DNA proof showing Jeffs fathered a child with a 15-year-old girl and an audio recording of him sexually assaulting a 12-year-old girl. Jeffs accused police of religious persecution, claiming police were biased against his community at the West Texas compound because they acted differently from mainstream society. To his followers, he is the prophet or God's spokesperson on earth who believes that polygamy is the only way into heaven. The FLDS is a radical branch of Mormonism which has at least 10,000 members nationwide. Marisa Christian, IB Times TV.
IB Times TV. All right, I appreciate that video. Y'all, please share the story. Keep it going. Leave comments, likes and everything. Share this thing out. And, I appreciate y'all as always. Give me your thoughts on what happened here. Protect the children. Keep it, be wary of, the situation. Ooh, let me get this. That's an extra sign. Yeah, they got the extra sign out here, but be aware of these type of things, these type of people, because they can be closer to you than what you think. This situation, I don't never know anything about this, but it just goes to show that things like this continue to happen. I'll be an old man, gray, all my hair gone, and I'll still be able to report stories like this that'll happen even more in my time and your time. But it is, please be aware. Please keep your eyes out. Share the story. It's the N.y.a show. I appreciate y'all as always, and let's tune in. See y'all next time.